In this video, we are going over 7 powerful, magical ways to attract what you want into your life. We're going to be going over some manifesting techniques and some other things that are just going to help you live in a more fulfilled way. That's coming up next. Hi there, my name is Dave, and this is HeartSpace if you're new to the channel, where we are creating videos every single day from my heart to yours to help you live life in your way. And hopefully that's a life of abundance, fulfillment, of just being able to live in the way that you truly want to live. And if you want more videos that are going to help you do that, give you the tools, the insights, the philosophies, and everything else to do that, hit that subscribe button and bell icon down below. Also, get into my free manifestation course down below, which is just going to teach you some more methods, some more things that are going to help you manifest faster, more accurately, more efficiently, and all of that. I will link that in the description. So today we're going over, again, 7 powerful, magical ways to manifest what you want into your life. Some of these will be ideas that you can implement, belief systems you can change, and straight up tools that you can start using right away. But like always, you have to actually use these things for them to work. Just hearing about them is not going to help you. You know, there's a famous saying that goes something like this: it's knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. And so you have to apply the knowledge, not just hear it. Now, with that being said, let's get into the very first one, going in reverse order, starting with number 7. And we'll start off with a very simple one, and number 7 is meditation techniques. A lot of different meditation techniques are going to help you increase your power, increase your magic, so to speak, so you become a more powerful manifester. You know, when you meditate consistently, you align more with what you are, you increase your manifestation ability, you become more attractive, attracting the things you want to you. Now, there's many different manifestation or meditation techniques out there. For example, you can do ah and om meditations, which sometimes are very related to manifesting. You can look up Dr. Wayne Dyer's meditations on ah and om meditation, and these are supposed to help you manifest. And there's many other meditation techniques. Now, one of the most important things I find with meditation is just choosing a technique you feel comfortable with for now and sticking to it. It's because the consistent practice of meditation is what's actually going to help you here. It's not doing a million different types. You know, you want to stick to the one that you're comfortable with, and then if you're led to another technique, then you can go off and do that technique. But you don't need to do every single technique and do 50 different meditations during the day. To start off, just find one that you're comfortable with, that you can stick to, and take it from there. So this next one is one of my favorite tools, one of my favorite practices, and it may be one you've never heard of. In fact, I almost guarantee that most people watching this video have not heard of this technique. And it is called Remember the Future. And this is one of my favorite manifesting techniques, and it is so powerful. And so the idea of this is to basically project yourself out into the future and speak as if the future is happening right now. So every morning I actually do this as a part of my morning routine, and I always do it a month ahead of time. So I'll give you an example. As of recording this, it is December 9th. But in this practice, I will basically say out loud, it is currently January 9th, because that's roughly 30 days from now. So I will play, I will act, I will imagine and feel as if right now, hook into right now, that it is January 9th, and that 30 days ago, it was December 9th. And I will start talking about all of the things that have happened between December 9th and January 9th. I will talk about how I was feeling good all of the time. I was rooting myself in emotions like love and emotions like abundance and wealth. I'll talk about some of the manifestations that come in, and I will just flow with this and just start getting excited about all of the things that are coming in or have come in these last 30 days. Remember, on January 9th. And I'll keep referring back to it and being like, 30 days ago, it was December 9th, and it's now currently January 9th. You know, convincing myself that it is actually, while I'm sitting here a month later, but in that moment, I'm convincing myself that it's right now. And I always make sure I get into a state where I actually believe, I really get hooked into the idea that I'm a month out in the future, and that's actually happening right now. And I am looking back at all of the things that have happened. And then I will flow and I will riff. And sometimes, a lot of times when I'm doing this, ideas will come up. It will keep me on track. It will keep me rooted on what's important. This is one of the most powerful exercises that I know. And now you can do this for any amount of time. It doesn't have to be a month. I just find that works for me. But I've also done this for a year. I've done this for 6 months. I've done this even for a day, where I'll just say, so today's December 9th, I'll say it's currently December 10th, and I just want to go over what went over in the last 24 hours. And I'll just go over how I've had an amazing day. This is such a powerful technique. And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, you can't just know about this and go, oh, that doesn't work, or, you know, that sounds great. But you have to experience this. You have to try it for yourself to actually reap the benefits. And what I found, as I've been doing this practice for years, is many times, many of the things I will go over in this Remember the Future practice will come true eventually, will come into my reality. You know, I was doing this for things like coming to Thailand. I was doing this for certain dollar amounts I've earned. I was doing this for so many different things, the way I feel. And I almost always, when doing this, have the manifestation or have the feeling or whatever it is I am saying happened in the last 30 days come into my life at some point. And so this one is incredibly powerful, that if you want a very powerful technique and you can actually have faith in this practice, again, this practice doesn't work if you're doubting yourself the whole time. You have to have faith in it and really convince yourself that you are out in that future. You are out, and that's a present day right now. It's right now in this moment. So if you can do that and you feel like you're ready for that practice, I can't recommend it enough. It is just incredibly powerful. Number 5 is daily affirmations writing. You know, this is how you really take affirmations to the next level. And I actually got this from Justin Perry of You Are Creators. And this is a technique that he loves, that he's used time and time again, and I've also used in order to manifest what we've desired. And how he goes over it too is just you have to first know what it is you want. So for this technique, if you don't already know what you want, skip this technique for now, because we're going to go over how you can discover later in this video what you actually desire. Not just like wishy-washy desires, but what you truly want. But once you know what those are, what you're going to do is turn them into an affirmation, and then every single day write out that affirmation over and over and over again. Now, the reason this is so powerful is because when you're actually writing something out, you are making all of these neural connections, because when you're writing, you're doing something physical, you're creating these connections in your brain, which is why it's much more powerful than just saying affirmations in your head or out loud. Now, saying affirmations in your head and out loud is also very good and something I would recommend you do, but this is taking it to the next level. This is a little more time consuming, but also that much more powerful and that much more effective. And so let's say you have an affirmation to make a certain amount of money. You have a desire, like, I want to make X amount. Let's say you want to make $10,000 a month or something like that. And that's something you feel very connected to. That's something not only that excites you, but you believe you can actually do, right? And so you're like, I want to make, I earn $10,000 a month. And maybe that's just the whole affirmation. So you would get a sheet of paper, just a nice white sheet of paper, preferably use blue ink. There's a reason for that. Colors have vibration, and blue is a vibration that will help you manifest faster. If you don't worry for now, just get some blue ink later. But then write over that affirmation, I earn $10,000 a month. I earn $10,000 a month. Now, Justin recommends you write out this affirmation at least 100 times, 3 times a week. But if you want to really spark this, write it out every single day, but do this at least 3 times a week, and choose about 3 to 5 of your goals to do this for. So the biggest goals. If you only have one, that's fine, but at least have one you're doing this for. And this, again, is very, very powerful. I know it seems almost redundant or repetitive, but repetition is the mother of learning. Repetition is the mother of also manifesting. When you repeat the right practices over and over and over again, that is when your manifesting power increases, you become more powerful, you become more magical, and you allow more things to come in. And so again, we're going to go over later in this video a practice that's going to help you really discover what your actual desires are. But if you already know them, or after you learn what they are by doing the thing we give you later in this video, then again, 3 times a week, bare minimum, write them out 100 times as affirmations. Number 4 is the philosophy of feel good now. And this is one of the most important philosophies you'll ever learn. Your manifestation power, your desires, your attractiveness, as far as desires and everything else is concerned, increases exponentially when you are feeling good. When you are in the emotions of love and abundance and compassion and peace and joy and playfulness and gratitude and similar emotions, all really in that arena, in that area, you become a very powerful manifester. A lot of people don't experience these emotions that often, if at all, during a day. But if you can experience these emotions more often than not, you will start to become an incredibly powerful manifester. These emotions are 10 times or more powerful than negative emotions like jealousy, envy, jealousy, anger, pride, fear, shame, guilt, all of those emotions. These emotions are like 10 times, actually way more. It's almost even, I couldn't even write it out how much more powerful they are. And so if you can stay in a feeling good place, you actually increase your manifesting power exponentially. Now, one thing you can do is write out the things you know that feel good to you. For example, I have a list right next to my desk where my computer is, a huge list, big old poster board basically, poster paper kind of thing, and I have it called the List of Awesome. And I have all of these things I know make me feel good in different areas. So for my body, certain workouts I know that make me feel good and I feel good after doing them, certain movements, certain meditation practices, other things like different books I like to read that make me feel good. I have so many things on that list that at any moment when I'm not feeling good, I can just turn to that list and I can intuitively go, which one will be the best for me right now? Boom, this one, and I'll go off and do that thing. I can go off for a walk, I can go off to the beach, I can go to a place where I know there's a cat and pet the cat or pet the dog, whatever it is. I have so many things that I know put me in my heart that if I just do that every time I'm feeling a little and I'm not doing like shadow work and I don't want to deliberately feel that way, consciously choose to feel that way, I can just look at that list, go, what's going to help me feel good right now? Boom, and I'm off and doing it. And if you create that same list for yourself, tailored for you, just think about, what is it I love? What puts me in my heart? What makes me feel good? You write out that list, and then every time you're not feeling so good, you go to that list and actually elevate your emotions back up into a feeling good place. Nothing will help you manifest faster, more efficiently, more powerfully than doing this. Number 3 is visualization. There's a magical thing with visualization in Psycho-Cybernetics, which is a really good book. I actually haven't read it yet. It's something I am going to be reading, but I've been recommended it time and time again, and I've heard so many quotes from it and so many ideas from it at this point that I might as well read it. But one of the ideas that has gone over in that book, and I've heard in so many other places as well, is that your brain cannot tell the difference between a vivid visualization and reality. And why is that important? Because if you get good at visualization, you can give your brain exactly what it is you want to give it. Meaning you could visualize yourself in opulence. You could visualize yourself with the body that you want and convince your brain that this is what you have, and it will start finding ways to continually bring more of that into your life, bring thoughts of that into your life. Visualization is so powerful. Now, there is actually a method by Abraham Hicks where you will visualize for 68 seconds. I believe you do it in 17-second intervals, essentially. And what this does is it allows you to just have almost like a sprint visualization where you're visualizing your dream life or your goal as vividly as you can, but because you're only doing it for 68 seconds, it allows you to focus. Now, you can split this up into the 17 seconds. So if you can just visualize your goal, remember how I said we're going to have goals you're writing out where you can do it for these visualizations as well. And we'll go over again how to determine this in a second. But you visualize this for 17 seconds in as much detail as you can. Focus for 17 seconds. And everyone can learn to focus for 17 seconds. You focus, boom, you're out, 17 seconds is up. And then again, you'll do 17 seconds, boom, you do it, it's up. Again, take a break, 17 seconds, you visualize again, boom, and then one more time, 17 seconds for a total of, I believe, 68 seconds. And if you do that every single day, this will start putting things into motion and it will be incredibly powerful. And this is just for 68 seconds a day where you are vividly visualizing with as much senses as you can put into it. You're smelling, you're hearing, you're touching, all of it. You're tasting, everything. And if you can do that for 68 seconds a day vividly, your life will change eventually. You will start getting what's in your visualization. So powerful, again, takes only 68 seconds, and we're gonna go over very shortly how to start determining what your desires are. So keep watching and then apply that, what your desires are, to the visualization and the affirmation practice I gave you earlier. So number 2 is clearly defined desires and wants. So this is where we're going to determine what your actual goals are. And the reason I'm putting this here is because a lot of people don't know what they want. Even people in self-development and doing self-growth, they think they know what they want, but they've never sat down and actually determined what they truly want and done it in a way that's going to allow them to get those things. A lot of us have wishy-washy goals. We're like, I kind of want that thing and I kind of want that thing, but there's no emotion behind it. There's no why behind it. There's no real reason. We're just like, oh, I think I want this thing. Like I want a certain amount of money. Well, why? I don't know. I guess I want that. I maybe want that car, that mansion. So we need to determine what it is you actually want. And for this, I'm going to give you a very quick writing exercise. And this is very powerful. This is something I've done a few times, especially when I'm trying to manifest something new, or I want to just redo this to see what my current desires or wants are. But it helps me become very clear on what it is I desire. And again, this takes 3 to 5 minutes. So what you're going to do is simply set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes. Now, if you're new to this and you've never done this exercise, I would recommend doing it for 5 minutes. Once you're a little better and you're doing it again, 3 minutes, okay? And what you're gonna do for each area of your life is you're going to write out a question that essentially prompts you to list your desires down. So what you're gonna ask is, what is it I truly want in life? Or what is it I actually desire, truly desire? It's a 10 out of 10 for me. What is a 10 out of 10 for me when it comes to my desires? Now you're gonna write a question like that, one that feels good to you, and then you're gonna set your timer and you're gonna go and you're not gonna think about it. You're just gonna write out in as much detail as you can exactly what you want. So what you could do, for example, is determine, like, let's say you want, in your love life, you want a specific thing. So you put, what is it in my love life that I really want? 3 minutes, boom, you're writing this out completely, exactly what type of person or how many people or what type of relationship, and you're gonna write it out in as much detail, no guilt, no shame, exactly what you want in those 3 minutes. Now, bonus tip is do not let your pen leave the paper, meaning don't stop writing. Even if nothing comes up, just start writing. I don't know what to write, nothing's coming through, blah, 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 and you'll find if you do that and you don't stop, something will eventually come up again. And so, for example, just write out, what do I really want in life? What do I really want financially? Whatever it is, whatever area. You can do this in general or you can do it for specific areas. So for example, if you know that one of your main things that you're having problems with and you want help with is your finances, you can just write out, what is it I really want? What are my true desires when it comes to my finances? What do I actually want? What do I feel good about? Write that down. Put a timer on, you're on a blank sheet of paper, and then go crazy for 3 to 5 minutes. Again, 5 minutes if this is your first time. Write out in as much detail, do not stop writing. The timer will go off, and then look at what you have written and determine, what is it I actually want? So you might find out that one of the reasons you want a bunch of money is because it will allow you to go do a specific thing. You might find out that there's actually a dollar amount that you didn't realize you felt really good about versus like some generic thing you heard someone tell you should want. You see, the thing with goals is they have to emotionally connect with us. They have to emotionally hit us. You know, if you're using someone else's goal, you're not gonna emotionally connect with it. So for example, you might be like, oh, I wanna earn this amount of money because this person said that's a good amount, but you're not gonna emotionally connect with it until you figure out the exact amount that actually, to you feels exciting, but also something you could do. And that's the sweet spot. When you can find something that is exciting, and that's what this exercise aims to do, something that is exciting, like you get excited about, you emotionally connect with, and it's something you believe you can do. When you have those two components, like you've hit the sweet spot and the magic will happen. Now, once you have all of these written out, and you've determined what your goals are, you're gonna turn them into affirmations. So let's say you have a certain dollar amount. Again, let's say I earn $7,500, if that's your amount, every single month. And you feel really excited about that because you're excited about the implications of that. That's exciting. But you also feel like, I can do this. I can get to a point where I'm earning $7,500 a month. See, if you put $20,000 a month and that seems impossible to you, it's absolutely possible. But let's say to you, when you think about that, you kind of feel like, oh, you get down on yourself. Well, that's not a good goal for you to have right now. Maybe in the future, maybe after you get 7,500 and you show yourself that you can do that, then like, oh my God, of course I can do 20,000. And now you feel like every time you see that you can do it, then you can do that. But first things first. Again, these goals will change. Once you achieve these goals, you will do this exercise again and determine new ones. But after you do that, you're going to turn your goal into an affirmation, and now it's going to allow you to do the affirmations practice that I gave you, writing them out, and also the visualization practice that I gave you. And number one is letting go. And this one might be strange because it's like, well, this doesn't seem like a practice or a tool or whatever. Like letting go, what does that, how does that help me manifest? And this will actually be one of the most important things when it comes to manifesting. Because in order for new things to come in, you have to let go of the old. And a lot of times what we're holding on to become energetic anchors. And when you are energetically anchored down, it is keeping you from feeling good. It is keeping you from aligning with what you truly want. It is preventing you from going where you want to go. Again, I've used this example before, but imagine you're a helium balloon, but there's weights on the bottom and it's stuck on the ground. It can't rise, it can't grow, it can't succeed, it can't proceed, right? And so you have to remove those weights, let go of those weights, those old stories around money, maybe if that's what's preventing you. Maybe it's certain friendships that are dragging you down that are not aligned. Maybe it's a job is preventing you from reaching your potential. I don't know what it is for you, but this is unavoidable. You'll never actually be able to manifest what it is you want until you let go of the things that are hurting your vibration, that are preventing you from evolving into the person you need to become in order to manifest the things that you want. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Let me know down in the comments below which of these resonate with you, which of them you're going to apply, or even which ones you're already applying and what your results from those have been. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much for watching this video, for supporting the channel. Remember that you are loved, and I will see you in the next video.